My name is Medallio, and I am back with another book review of this steamy erotica novella called Uncovered by L.M. Mountford. This is my first time reading a book by Mountford. Question to the readers. My question to the readers is, what would it take to uncover all of your deepest, darkest fantasies and kinks? Maybe you should read Uncovered by L.M. Mountford to help figure it out. Spice level. I gave this 4 peppers because it isn't a slow burn and there are a lot of erotic spicy scenes. The spicy scenes were very long and descriptive. Star rating. I give this 3 stars because the story was interesting. The writing was very descriptive for Mina's inner thoughts and her surroundings. My other reasons for the 3-star review are there were a lot of popular culture references that I didn't understand. I understand that some authors use pop culture references to describe surroundings, to describe how a character may feel in a certain situation, but it threw me out of the story. Because I had to think about what the author meant, and then I decided to just move on because I couldn't figure it out. I think that using pop culture references to describe anything in a story can date it. I also think that you're excluding a certain age range. Depending on what the pop culture references are, you could be excluding a whole range of people and demographics and even international individuals because they wouldn't understand the pop culture reference because of that. But these are my opinions, so take it or leave it any way that you want. Summary. Let's get into the summary. The story focuses on Mina Carrington, actress and model, leaving her live-in boyfriend at home to attend her younger stepbrother Mark's birthday party. He's visiting from college while their parents decide to go out for dinner, and they're going to spend the night at a hotel just to give the kids some privacy. She happens upon a group of misfits at the party and her brother's best childhood friend, Daniel. Once Mina finds Mark in his bedroom touching himself, she throws all of their original promises and rules of never again out the window and pounces on him. She and Mark connected when they were teenagers, and it quickly went from a secret to something that grew even deeper. What Mina doesn't know is that the Misfits and Daniel constructed an elaborate plan to get her upstairs and into a compromising situation with Mark. The Misfits find them together, record them, and blackmail her with the recordings. They promise to delete the videos if she performs sexual acts on them. She agrees, and this throws the story into a repeated loop of orgy gangbang behavior. Character analysis. Mina. She's incapable of saying how she feels when it comes to deep emotion. She lives a superficial life, but she isn't superficial by nature. Has moments of insecurity, especially when people expect her to present herself as someone that she's not. This was really the only character that was given traits and characteristics that I could really find in the story, although other characters were named and described at length, but their personalities were not. So this is just going to be Mina for the character analysis. Conflict. The conflict of the story is Mina caught having an intimate moment with her stepbrother and then sexually assaulted by strangers and Daniel. Mina's inner turmoil is her realizing that she does like it and wants more. She uncovers new kinks and emotions about herself. I think that the other part of the conflict too is that she keeps asking herself, am I a slut? Am I a slut? And she ultimately decides, yes I am. But I think that I think that there are so many psychological things that happen when a person is assaulted. And I don't think that you can just immediately gravitate towards, if I like it, then I'm a slut. I think that there should have been more in terms of the psychological aspect of where she's coming from in the writing. Conclusion. In conclusion, Uncovered is a steamy erotica novella with a sexual and emotional awakening. I wouldn't call this a romance novella. Mina's main love interest is her stepbrother, even though she gets railed by a few other men at the same time. There were some minor moments that lacked continuity, like after the gangbang, no one followed up with Mina to find out if she was okay. And these men just left her curled in a ball on the floor. And her stepbrother and his friend Daniel are the only ones left in the room with her. And they just decide, let's have sex with her again.
Man, you are sexy. Fuck.
Without even talking to her. They didn't do anything to find out if she was emotionally and physically okay. Some moments where he came inside of her and then she was railed again, but there was no mention of like the spunk inside of her, like, you know, mixing with other people's, and there was no mention of like the men being like disgusted or maybe it turned them on even more. There was also no mention of birth control, so we don't even know, like, could Mina be pregnant? She does make a mental note in the book where she's like, I have to go talk to my gyno, but I think it's more so because she just wants to do like an STI test. So I'm assuming that she's on birth control because she has a live-in boyfriend. And Mina's shock about Daniel being in the military police, it was so over dramatic, and I didn't understand where it was coming from. I didn't understand why Mina was just so confused and shocked and speechless and sputtering her words when he was telling her about him being in the military police. I have no idea what the significance of being in the military police is. Maybe that part of the book should have been more fleshed out. The story is set in California, but Mina and her father are English. There's no mention of anyone else in the background of this story being from England. We don't know if the stepbrother's English, Daniel, the misfits, stepmother, we have no idea. But the other characters respond unlike an American. Now, I'm American, so I can catch if you say mum or mom, and they say mum.
You sound like a karate movie, y'all!
So, there's also very little dialogue, which isn't much of an issue because the descriptive writing makes up for it, but honestly, there's just no need for dialogue during a gangbang, so I get it. But there is dirty talk given during the gangbang, and it's extremely porn-esque. I don't really understand. Like, maybe I'm just a vanilla person, and I don't dirty talk that way, but it was kind of disgusting. Like,
Go throw up.
The dirty talk that they were doing, it threw me out of the story. It made me just not want to read those parts of the dialogue. Yeah, but that's just my observation. You can take that with what you will. Recommendation. I recommend this book. Just note that there is rape and assault in the story. There's also cheating because she cheats on her boyfriend. And if that triggers you, then I would not suggest it. And if you just want a steamy erotica novel with very little plot, but a lot of spice, then pick up Uncovered by Ellen Mountford. That's all I have for you today. If you would like to see any more of my book reviews, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can hit the button if you're watching it on YouTube, which you should be because it'll take you to YouTube on my website. If you're watching this on my website, thank you so much for your support, and I hope that you watch some others. Please pick up the books. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. I appreciate you. Thank you so, so much. Bye.